Hi there YouTube, XtremeTrainz here. This video is a quick review of and comparison of the Hallmark 2020 Ornament. It's one of those things which I picked up one in the past. I would love to pick up more of them, but they're kind of a bit sporadic to find in Australia and very expensive to import. So what are we waiting for? Let's take a look at this festive item from Hallmark and Thomas & Friends. So in this video, we are, as promised, taking a look at the 2020 Thomas & Friends Hallmark Thomas the Tank Engine Santa's Helper tree ornament. As you can see in Australia, this is 25 Australian dollars. So this is not a toy. This is expensive stuff. Let's open it up so you can see this is what you get here. The back is generic. They all kind of say that. That's fine. That's what you see on the side. So yeah, the only unique part of this is that front part with Thomas. I did look for if there was any other ones that were cool looking, but I didn't like the look of any of them. But some of these, I think there's an X-Wing, a Star Wars X-Wing that was like $50. So some of these are quite expensive. Unlike the one I reviewed previously of these Hallmark ones, this one doesn't have anywhere near as nice packaging. It's literally just wrapped in a piece of tissue paper, which is interesting given how expensive it is. And again, you don't get a string, so you have to BYO string, which I think is really annoying given how expensive these are. But that said, I'll do a quick turnaround. Again, Hallmark's done a great job, I think, in rendering a modern Thomas the Tank Engine. So let's have a look at what we've got. We'll come on to the face. My face, unfortunately, is a bit crooked and also has some weird paint splodges going on here. You can kind of see at the top, there's some weird paint splodges happening, which is unfortunate. I think otherwise the face is quite nice. But the details on these are just blow me away, given it's a it's an ornament. It could get away with being kind of a bit, lacking in detail, but it's not. You've got a lamp here with the silver bit painted in. You can see that they've even, they could have gotten away, I think, with just molding the snowplow straight into the chassis, but they haven't. They've got it attaching to the buffers. They've still got the coupling hook there and the brake line where that would be. There's a little bit of snow on the bottom here, which the detailing goes around to underneath, which is awesome. You come to the bottom, you can see you've still got those nice wheel details. You've got the pistons and the nice blue. You've even got the stuff here. Again, this extra detail on the chassis, which we just didn't need. We get the little ladders, which is really nice. We come around to the sides. I think the proportions of this are really good. Like, this very much reflects the proportions of the character in the show. You get this nice snow, and they've done it's got like a glossy finish on it, so it looks almost like, I don't know how to describe it. It looks soft, it looks wet almost, which I think is a really cool effect, given it's supposed to be snow. You get these nice little baubles, which are actually molded into the side and then painted, which look really good. Again, you've still got all this detailing up here. You come around to the back and you can see, he's got a little Santa sack attached, which is really nice. Got these little presents in there, with quite fine detail in terms of the ribbon and stuff. And then we have Sir Topham Hatt as Santa Claus, or at least I'm pretty sure that's who it's supposed to be. It looks, so it's very hard for it to get this to focus on this. I'm trying my best. I think it's meant to be Sir Topham Hatt being Santa, but it could just be actually Santa. So let me know in the comments below who you think that's supposed to be, but it's nice to see him waving out the side of this model. So yeah, this is a really nice little ornament. I think it's a really nice display piece. Again, I'm not going to display it on my Christmas tree because I'm worried I will break it if it falls off. But yeah, it's really, really nice piece. So I'm going to grab out the one from last year so we can do a quick comparison. All right, sorry. So the 2018, which is the most recent one I have been able to find in Australia, was this one, which as I said at the time, was really, really nice to pick up. Yeah, it's a nice one. And this is the 2021. Now, the Thomas is actually pretty much the same size. I don't know if it's exactly the same mold. It looks very, very similar. And I think they may have recycled the molding and just put on these extra different parts, which I think explains, for example, why the attachment mechanism for this snowplow is this. Although, again, it's glued on. You can't really pull it off. But I think this raises a really interesting question, because not only was this one packaged, I think, far nicer in a little plastic blister, rather than just the tissue paper, which we got this year, but also, if we bring out the box, dun, 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 this one was also $25. And I think from looking at these, like, I don't think the addition of these little details is equivalent to the amount of detail to put a whole nother, literally a Percy is included in this ornament and not with this one. So I have a big question mark about the price of this one. I think this should have been probably $15 because they do a number of different ornaments in different like price ranges. So I think if this should have been cheaper, or if they wanted to, keep it at $25, it probably should have been a bigger Thomas. Like Thomas should have been bigger. And I understand maybe that I don't own any of these other Christmas ornaments. Sorry, losing my words. So I don't know if all of them every year they try and keep them in scale with each other, which I think would be nice. But in which case, I just think they needed to do a little bit more to make this one a bit special, given that this one is just so much bigger. So I think that's probably my only kind of qualm about the value in this set. But otherwise, I think if you are a Thomas collector and you've got, you're happy to spend $25 on this, is it worth $25? Like probably not. Really, for an ornament which you're going to display for, a couple of weeks a year. But if you are happy to pay that, if you think that it is a very nice ornament, if you like Christmas ornaments, if you're a Christmas person like me, I love Christmas, love decorating, all that kind of stuff, love Thomas the Tank Engine, then I think you'll really like this. It's a really nice display piece. It's very Christmassy, really fits in, and I do actually quite like that you could, have a Thomas themed Christmas with all of these different decorations. So despite this being nowhere near as good value, I think, as this one, which is I think I actually still prefer, I still think this is a good pickup, and if you haven't got this one especially, you're really going to appreciate and enjoy the detail, the level of detail and quality that you get with these Hallmark decorations. So they're my thoughts, but please let me know yours. I always like to hear them in the comments below. Otherwise, that's all I've got time for. This is XtremeTrainz.